Everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live or post videos like these, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description for our Discord, our Facebook group, and along with our Patreon. So check it out. Join the UVH fam. We'd love to have you. Great group of traders. But let's get into it. What I want to talk about is the brokerage roar. Are the brokerages trying to put Robinhood out of business? And the answer is yes. Is Robinhood going to go out of business immediately? No, but the big brokerages are not going to go down without a fight. As you can see over the last week or so, the big brokerages, starting with Schwab, introduced zero commissions plus 65 cents per options contract. And this was a very interesting move that I thought was pretty bold in terms of the brokerages part, because the brokerages, Robinhood's been around since 2015 or so, 2014. I'll have to look it up, but they've been around for 4 or 5 years, and they charge zero commissions. They started with stocks, then they rolled out options, and they had crypto, and they've been taking the millennials' money basically. And at the end of the day, if you think about the big banks, you think about like Schwab, TD, E-Trade, Fidelity. If you think about these big brokerages, whose money do they have? They have most people's older, 40 and older, 50 and older, 60 and older. They have 401ks, they have IRAs, and at the end of the day, who controls the money? Controls a lot over that person, over the financial products over the course of their life. And what Robinhood is doing is they were going and swooping in the millennials' money. And as you know, once you go into, most people are kind of lazy. So once they go with Fidelity, they put their 401k in Fidelity, put their funds in E-Trade or something like that. It takes a while for them to move. If you think about it, how often do you change banks? Not very often. If you've probably had the same bank you've had for a long time. And if you did change banks, it's because you had like a relocation, the bank that you had wasn't there anymore, or you went with like a national bank versus a smaller branch bank, But at the end of the day, this is all about controlling the money, and they want to grab the 20 and 30-year-olds' money. So that they're trying to grab, obviously my money, your money, doesn't matter if you're younger, and also like the future generations' money, because they're institutions. They want to be here the next 100, 500 years. And Robinhood is a startup, so they're trying to, it's almost like the brokerages all got together and said, hey, how do we get rid of Robinhood? And let's even the playing field out. And I think for stock traders, it's amazing. Zero commissions on stocks. That's great. We don't, obviously here at the UVH family, we mostly trade options. So, however, it's gone down a lot. Pricing on, like, they were charging $4.95 and $6.95 commissions plus fees on options contracts, which were like $1.50, and now they went down. They're all the same practically. They all went down to 65 cents and zero commissions, all starting with Schwab. And then Fidelity was the one that was holding out the longest, and now they just changed as well. They went from $0 for stocks and 65 cents per contract for options. So this is a great opportunity. Obviously, what they're doing is sacrificing immediate profits for future generational wealth. So, I think there's a lesson here for us all is, especially like in trading, is maybe don't focus such short term on the immediate, like in the next hour and the next day or the next month. You got to think long term. Think of what your long term growth path is. But as of right now, Tastyworks is still the cheapest. When Tastyworks rolled out, they were charging $1 per contract plus some like fees to for the exchanges. So they're coming down for like 60 cents a contract. Basically, they're still cheaper. They haven't updated Fidelity yet because Fidelity just changed their pricing. But right now, Tastyworks is still the cheapest option. And the one thing is, people are starting, because of this, move to Tastyworks because of Robinhood. And I've been pretty adamant over the last couple of years saying, hey, you should change to Tastyworks over Robinhood, even if you have to pay a little bit of money. Before, these were all like $12, $13, $14. Now they all come down to like an even playing field. They're all coming down to Tastyworks level because Tastyworks were starting to get a lot of traction and started getting, pretty up there. If you're interested in signing up for Tastyworks, I also have a link below to a referral code if you guys are interested. If not, it's cool too. But one of the things about Tastyworks and a lot of these other brokerages that you didn't have with Robinhood is you can have multiple accounts. So you can have a cash account to avoid PDT, and then you can have a margin account if you want to do spreads and stuff. So you can you can pretty much have the best of both worlds there, and in terms of 10 lots, I mean, these are pretty close for Tastyworks. They're only $1 apart, but once you get above 10, Tastyworks does cap their fees at 10. So, then it starts getting a lot cheaper. If you're trading more than 10 contracts, as you can see, you trade 100 contracts, you're paying out a lot still to the bigger guys. You trade Fidelity, but you're not paying that much out to Tastyworks. But if you're trading a lot of times you'll trade like a 15 lot, 20 lot, especially like on single digit stocks, like GE, Teva, that you want to kind of level up on. Tastyworks is still the better option in terms of that. In terms of Robinhood's future on where I think it's going to go. I mean, they just rolled out cash management. They did a botched savings account last year because they didn't go through SEC regulation, and now this is their answer to that, is the cash management product through Robinhood, which you can sign up for. But basically with cash management, they're basically giving you they're not calling it a checking and savings anymore. You will have a debit card. They're saying you're going to earn 2% APY through your brokerage account. Basically, this is their shot at trying to control the money and kind of as a last ditch effort. The one thing that I will say about Robinhood is in the year or two since they've released options trading, and since they've rolled out crypto, and since they've rolled out stocks, is they haven't really made any changes to their platform, where Weeble's coming up as well. They haven't made any changes to their platform that make it a better platform. Sure, they add bar charts, but they're only in 10-minute increments. You can't change them. And, they say they want to make investing simple, but if you want to make money in the market, they don't necessarily give you the tools to be successful. And also they don't give you the best execution on trades. So they're always lagging a little bit behind the bigger guys because they don't have the resources to do so. And also their help desk is awful. Like if you call anybody or talk to anybody, Tastyworks, Schwab, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Fidelity, you can talk to a human within 5 minutes. You can have a online chat screen within the platform, like Thinkorswim on TD Ameritrade. You can have a chat platform where you can chat with a technician or help desk person if you're having issues with the platform or if you're having issues executing a trade. And Robinhood, their support is send an email in, we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and a lot of times it's just not soon enough. So, if Robinhood doesn't start innovating, if Robinhood doesn't start trying to edge these other guys out in terms of offering stuff on their platform that enhances traders, they're going to have a hard time. They're going to have a very hard time in terms of the next 10, 20 years. So, those are my thoughts. Again, if you enjoy this content, hit subscribe, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus her.